N'Golo Kante is Chelsea's small man for the big occasion, and they need him more than ever. There was a moment early in the second half of Chelsea's 0-0 draw with Liverpool last week that encapsulated the cohesive influence of midfielder N'Golo Kante. In the midst of an attack, forward Kai Havertz miscontrolled a promising pass from João Felix. The breakaway should have been over, another opening spurn to add to the catalogue of errors that had cost head coach Graham Potter his job. But out of nowhere, in a blur, Kante suddenly appeared to keep the foray alive, winning a tackle with Ibrahima Kante before steering a deft pass into Mateo Kobachic's path. Presented with a clear-sighted goal, Kovacic steadied himself, took aim and blazed his shot over the crossbar to the groans of a Stamford Bridge crowd all too familiar with Chelsea's profligacy in front of goal. The ball did not end up in the net, but Kante's ability to rescue a lost cause remains unrivaled. The France international is one of football's ultimate problem solvers, a World Cup winner with an innate ability to anticipate danger and also knit fragmented elements of a team together. He is as relentless as he is humble, a diligent, highly intelligent footballer utterly unfazed by the magnitude of any occasion. That last characteristic is just as well, because trying to bind this current incarnation of Chelsea together might be the toughest task the 32-year-old has faced yet. It feels an unfair burden to place on anyone returning from a 7-month injury layoff, but Kante is now the man charged with saving the Blues season. Perhaps it is both testament to his individual quality and the club's wider malaise that he was Chelsea's best player against Liverpool, despite such a long spell out following hamstring surgery. Caretaker manager Frank Lampard did not risk Kante in Saturday's 1-0 defeat at Wolverhampton Wanderers in preparation for Wednesday's Champions League quarter-final first leg at Real Madrid, mindful of the physical overload that 3 games in 8 days would create. Last weekend's dreadful performance at Molineux cannot solely be attributed to the Frenchman's absence, but it is almost certain Chelsea would not have been as poor had Kante been on the field. He is the small man for the big occasion. A glut of football luminaries have long queued up to lavish praise on a player they dream about having in their ranks. Arsene Wenger repeatedly rued missing out on signing Kante for Arsenal in 2016, the summer after he won the Premier League title with Leicester City. Then Leicester boss Claudio Ranieri said he must have a pack full of batteries hidden in his shorts. Former Gunners striker Thierry Henry once said he saw Kante during a visit to Chelsea's Cobham training ground and poked him in the chest to check if he was real. Successive Chelsea managers have rued Kante's more recent injury problems. Potter was able to use Kante once, for 33 minutes, as a substitute against Aston Villa in his final match in charge. Thomas Tuchel once claimed Kante should be considered more of a Chelsea legend than goal-scoring hero Didier Drogba, as he is even more important for a team because a guy like N'Golo, with the mentality of a helper, a water carrier, this makes the difference, and big teams and successful teams need this. N'Golo is a special player, he said. In terms of coming back and playing at a really high level, I have witnessed him do it. He did it for me in the Super Cup against Liverpool, for me a few years ago. He passed a fitness test, hadn't trained in a long time, and was the best player on the pitch for 120 minutes. I think he has the capacity to do it, because he's a special player. Hopefully he can do that, because he's at high level a player, and when we miss him as a club, we miss him because of how good he is. It's a positive that he's back. Kante has long been evergreen, everywhere. Chelsea need him at that level more than ever.